Bass A's Jim here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about worship leading, something that I did for 25 years in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I played with a lot of the larger praise bands in the area and very rarely missed a Sunday. So I have a little bit of experience doing that. I also taught at Christ for the Nations Institute guitar and did that for a few years and know a little bit about it. So let's talk about the number one thing that I ran into that helps with worship leading. Is called the Walkdown. And we're going to have the Walkdown in the key of C, which is going to be 8 chords, and we'll start with a C, just a standard old 5-string C. And keep your fingers bent, make sure you're on the tips of your finger. You kind of dance on that dance floor, the fretboard, with your tips of your finger. And so we'll go from a C to a G with a B in the bass. We're only going to play 4 strings. Now you're wondering, the 6th string and the 1st string are not going to be hit. And when we strum it, just to be safe, I'm going to have my 4th finger is going to be touching the 1st string to kind of kill it. Because there's no way you can strum just 4 strings that are inside the 1st and the 6th. No way to do it. So our insurance policy is that 4th finger. So now we've got a C. We've worked on that for a while, and then go from that G with a B in the bass to an A minor. Standard 5-string A minor. Make sure you hit 5 strings if you can. And we're going to go from the A minor to a C with a G in the bass. So all we're going to do is lift our 3rd finger and move it off to the 6th string, 3rd fret, that's a G. So we're going from A minor and practice that as you go between them. You're going to really need to memorize this chord progression to make it super smooth. And we're going from that C with a G in the bass to an F, standard old F. Shoot for that clear tone always. And then we're going to go to a C with an E in the bass, and this is our E. It's on the 4th string. And the 6th and the 5th string are going to be muted. Next, we're going to follow that up with a D minor 7, 4-string, 5th and the 6th are not hit. And from there, we're going to go to a G suspended. You can also resolve that to a G. So, and you can go back to your C. Now, one thing I want to let you know is that you can substitute that G suspended for an F with a G in the bass. Sorry about my voice. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. You can also resolve that to a G, and you start over again. And you can add little things to it, and I'll be showing you that next. Now, we've got to memorize, and I mean really, really memorize this. So we're going to play through it a couple times. I'll have a practice video session for us at the end of the video so you can really work on it. Now just throw a C major 7, sounds different if you're ending it. You're playing worship guitar, you want to keep a kind of a reflective, calm kind of a tone. You don't really want to dig in, you don't want to play too fast, and sometimes it can take a while. You need to spend some time. A lot of people just play G, this. Don't be that guy. You know, this is a much better technique to use walkdowns. So you can lengthen, if you're strumming, I would recommend lengthening it to 2 measures or 3 or 4 per chord. So if you're playing a C to a G with a B in the bass, you can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, and that'll give you in this case, that'll give you, instead of 8 measure, it'll give you 16. Now you can even do more, but strumming is great. I'm using a cotton pick, by the way, cotton felt kind of a pick. It gives me a very light attack, and I'm trying to keep the strings, you know, droning kind of thing out when strumming. And we've learned all the chords, so let's look at a few different ways you can play this. I just showed you strumming, but there's also finger picking, barehanded. I'll play it with a pick and barehanded. Go off and start on it again, throwing little things to mix it up. There, I ended on a C major, and there's different ways that you can play. You know, gosh, there's so many picking patterns. I mean, I can just go on. Hopefully you've been watching my videos and you'll know how to work all these different picking patterns. And you know, it just goes on and on. So remember that you can stretch out. You can also do a hybrid. I just lift it up and hit a few open notes. And whenever you're transitioning back to your C to start over again, you go, I think it ends on the, let's say we're doing a G suspended. So we'll resolve back to the G. So many things you can do. You can also start with G. I just used that F with a G in the bass on that one. You can play around with these chords a little bit, and gosh, what a wonderful worship technique. And yeah, I've felt the Holy Spirit move in so many different times when I've been playing this. It's just, you can feel a wave it's going across. Nothing that I did, it's just, you know, you're just helping intermediate. You're helping your congregation, you know, get a message. So enjoy it. I've got a practiced section for you next, and I would recommend that you spend a lot of time on this, because this should be your #1 go-to worship leading technique. And you know, the piano player, everybody thinks the piano player has to be the one to play that part. Well, actually, the guitar especially the acoustic guitar, is so much better. You know, you just got this wood and these fingers, and wow, what a sound.